Therapy Mag. I got a special guest that's coming on tonight. Uh, okay, invite. I got him. Okay, I guess yeah, my special guest should be coming on right at this moment. Waiting on you, brother.
All right, there we go.
Peace, 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 good
Yeah,
brother.
what's
How you
going on?
feel?
Decent, decent. Another day.
I know another day. You know how this social media thing goes, man. Technical
Yeah,
difficulties, man. But peace, we here,
truly.
good brother. Yes, yes, bro. So
Yeah.
to all the viewers, man, we got my special guest on, the good brother, Fredrick L. Man, he got this new album out called Jewel of the Nile. And and
Yeah,
I want the good brother to first introduce himself to the people that's watching right now. Introduce yourself, good brother.
yeah, true indeed. Can you hear me good? Is the audio decent?
Yeah, can you hear me real good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I hear you real good, bro. Loud and clear.
All right, true indeed. So I'm Frederick Jones Ill. I am a card carrying member of a lawfully chartered Moorish Science Temple of America, right? I've been in Moorish for about 9 years. I've been a proclaimed Moorish American since 2016. And I do a lot of community work where I am, right? Community advisory board, city council meetings, so I can learn what's going on locally, so I can learn who represents my particular ward or district in the city. Um, Again, when they're having city council meetings, community advisory board meetings, when we're going to do town halls. And I was doing that with two groups. I think one group, their name was called the Peacekeepers. The other group was called Black Men United. Even though I don't identify with the slave brand, that doesn't mean that I'm not active in the community along with them, because those are trivial matters that can be worked out later. What's important is the work. So, yeah, so I do that locally. Of course, I'm a music artist. I have a sophomore project that I put out September the 4th on iTunes called Jewel of the West Nile. And yeah, so
That's powerful, brother. So let people know about that album, brother. What should they expect from
yeah,
that good vibration of that album that has like a deep
yeah.
message into it? Like what do you want the people to get out of that album?
It's dope. It's dope.
Amen.
They should expect some good hip hop, good conscious hip hop, some good messages. I'm not selling no dreams on there. I'm not looking for followers, because I think people think that. People think you're looking for a cult following. We ain't trying to do that. We're just trying to share information. We just trying to raise the vibration, wake people up. We ain't trying to disgrace nobody else, because that goes on a lot in the community. People be trying to disgrace or come at the information that you are coming with, and not because the information is misinformation, but because they have an agenda. They want viewership and followers, and don't follow him, follow me, and all of that. So we're in it for the right reasons. Raise the vibration, teach the people, give them a good vibration, and on to the next. You see?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you how you feel about this the election that's over right now? As far as they got a new president. How do you feel about this whole thing now with a new president that's in office? What do you
Well,
think that there's going to be
first,
some change? Yeah.
yeah. Sorry about that. You were still talking, and I think because you got lowered, so I didn't know if you was done, or if you know what I'm
Oh
saying.
no, no, that's cool, bro. No, I was thinking, what do you feel about this whole the new presidency? Like, how do you feel about this thing? Do you think there's going to be any changes now, as far as having a new president that's going to be in office, Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Do you think there's going?
Well, I feel a lot of ways about it. One, one thing about it is I truly think that the reason that Biden chose the running mate that he chose was because he was being strategic, whether it's him or those around him who's advising him. But during this climate, right, we know what's been happening to so-called black men, right, and even some of the sisters. You have Breonna Taylor, you had Sandra Bland down in Texas. So it's a bunch. Freddie Gray going as far back as the whole Baltimore stuff.
Right.
So I think what the current climate is strategic to choose a so-called black woman
Mm-hmm.
because they know that a lot of people can't see past race and gender.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's their complexion? What's their gender? So you already know most so-called black women are going to vote Biden because of his running mate. So in saying that, what I'm saying is they move so clever and so strategic because they know the average person can't see the forest through the trees, for lack of a better way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that issue with Biden. Like I don't think that he really thought that Kamala would be, I guess, his equal. You know, I think he did it because he knew that he would have the best chance at winning. Then this guy Joe Biden can't even remember what he had for breakfast. You see? Like when you see him talking, I mean, like he's a public relations nightmare. They say Trump was, but I think Biden would be a lot worse on another level. He's not the same as Trump as far as the rhetoric is concerned. But he's not, it's not smooth sailing with him when he's in front of the camera. And then we know his history, being a senator from the state of Delaware, right? With his crime bill that became the crime bill that had something to do with Clinton, that Clinton got pushed through.
Mm-hmm.
We know that what became the Patriot Act was legislation that was spearheaded by Biden for the Oklahoma City bomb. So when you just trace the history of these guys, Biden didn't want his children to go to school with so-called black children. He called the climate, if they were to bus our children out to the same districts where his children were going to school, I think that was the issue. He said it would be a racial jungle. Right?
Right.
And we know Kamala Harris's history as a state's attorney in California, right? And then she's not even married to one of her own. And here's my thing with that. Not to sound radical, but your biggest commitment to your people is marrying one of your own. Because the so-called black family is under attack. I don't need to say how. Well, all these brothers being murdered, they're pushing and promoting same-sex marriage and abortions. So who you marry says a lot about how you feel about your community, I think. So that's my take on these two individuals. And I just don't think that we will be any better off with them than with the previous guy, in my own opinion. So
Right. So, now that mostly millions of people voted for who they wanted to vote for as
yeah.
president, should we still push reparations, Brother Frederick? Should we still push reparations? Will we ever see that, or we need to focus on our own economic base? What's your feelings about
Yeah.
that, man?
I think we should always push for reparations. I'm for reparations.
Yes.
I think no matter who's in the runnings, I think that we should always push it. But we know most politicians, when they're asked, right? Most politicians that belong to major parties, let me say that, when they're asked, they all say that they're not for reparations for the most part.
Yeah.
Or if they are, it's through some kind of foundation or program. And we know the aid that was for Haiti, we know that finance went through the Clinton Foundation. So you know what that means? That means Haiti never got the proper funding. So it's always some. They're always trying to do something in a roundabout way instead of directly addressing the issue. So they'll say that they're not for reparations, and if they are, it's always, through some kind of program. And then some will say, well, they already get it. We have affirmative action. We have, this, you see, whatever. So, yeah.
I think, brother Frederick, I think the solution is, I think us creating our own economic base. I think that could be the final solution to the problems, because no matter who you put in office, brother, it's the
Yeah, I got
same
you.
rotation, 360 degrees. It's the same, like repeating, history is repeating itself over and
Right.
over again. Okay.
Right.
Um so what about just say you spoke something very interesting on shout out to Persia Sound. You spoke on something very interesting. I'm not sure if it was you or her spoke on sovereignty, right?
Yeah.
What would you tell a person that was interested in wanted sovereignty? And I think you mentioned something that was very interesting, though. You saying that one person cannot do that. You would need like a group or a
Yeah.
collective of people that want to have sovereignty. What's your
Yeah.
feelings of that, though?
Well, first, I would say anybody saying that they want sovereignty,
Mm-hmm.
because I get asked that question a lot by just people in passing.
Wow.
Them asking how do they obtain sovereignty, somebody asking me that, it tells me that they don't know their place in their own government.
That's heavy.
It tells me that they haven't even read their own constitution because they already have it.
Wow.
Sovereignty, let's look at the definition of the term sovereignty. Sovereignty means supreme authority,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you read the preamble to the Constitution, it starts off with these three words: "We the people." And then it goes on to say that and I'm paraphrasing, but it goes on to say that we wish to establish and ordain this government for our well-being and our posterity, which just means future generations. So that tells you right there that this is a government for the people, by the people, or by the people, for the people. And the majority just put Biden in office. So that tells you that the people chose him to represent their interests. So the sovereignty is yours. It's a collective sovereignty. You're not sovereign as an individual. We have a collective sovereignty as citizens or the constituents of the United States of America, and one person can speak for that sovereignty. But you got to know that you have it already. The power is yours. And the contract that we live under is the Constitution. That's the contract between the people
Mm-hmm.
who are the government, which is why when I hear people say the Moors are anti-government, I laugh because I'm the government. So how am I anti myself? Joe Biden is not the government. Kamala Harris is not the government. They serve the government, which is the people,
Right.
which is why they swear oaths on that Constitution, and the Bible is present, or whatever religious book you want to be present, which is why they swear an oath to do all of the things that you want.
Mm.
But the people don't know that the power is theirs, and that's the sovereignty. So
Right. Right. And like you said, the thing is, if you keep the information, people need to check out. Study, read stuff in the books, because sometimes if people don't know their rights, they won't know unless they don't read and do research and
yeah,
stuff like that.
we are. I'm telling you, brother Dupree, man,
Hmm.
and I don't mean this with any malice in my heart because I love my people. It's tough love,
Yes, sir.
but we are lost, man. We are really, really, really lost, and I just don't see us coming back from it.
It's deep, bro.
And then we're so divisive. Like, we'll take the conscious community, for example. Every week, it's a new video on YouTube of somebody coming at the Moors,
Right.
right? But where's the videos of people doing testimonies where Moors have helped them? Because I myself have gotten many people out of jams, and I know I'm not the only one. Where are those videos at?
Wow. Yeah.
Why is it always a video of somebody being a demon against their own kin, right, in the conscious community, which I know I've seen it, I know you've seen it,
Yes, sir.
but then you want to come and you want to riot and loot and burn down your town because the so-called white man is treating your people just as bad as you do. So you get a pass, but he don't because y'all don't share the same complexion. Because we don't treat each other good.
No, we don't.
And we so divisive and we want to divide and we be disgracing and hating on information. Like just an hour ago, I had to tell a sister, why every time you pop up on my page is to disagree and to be a hater, but then you don't have that same energy when it's time to give me acknowledgments. See, so, you know, man, we our own worst enemies sometimes, brother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's deep when you say you don't think there's no returning. That you don't see us coming together like that. That's
I
heavy
don't,
right there,
man.
bro.
Yeah. I don't, because we love too much of the stuff in popular culture that shows us at odds with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this drill rap, you know, where these guys is waving guns in the video and they talking about the ops, we gonna kill the ops, but the ops ain't who it should be to them. It should be the police that just shot your brother down. It should be the KKK, but it ain't. It's the brother up the block that they share conditions with.
Right around the corner.
This old block, this ain't 63rd, I'ma kill him. We sick, man.
Yeah.
So I just don't see it.
Wow. That's
Just keeping it honest. And this is what we feed our psyche. That kind of music, these shows that's promoting women being promiscuous and same-sex marriage and brothers being drug dealers. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with drug dealing, but I'm just saying, because those people exist out here. Don't get me wrong. But we aren't given a variety in popular culture because we're everything. You know, we are that gang member. We are that guy that goes to jail. But we're also that loving father. We're also the concerned citizen who's at the PTA meeting and who's at his community advisory board and his town hall meeting. We're the neighborhood watch. You know, we're daddy daycare. So we're not given, the people are not shown the whole divine truth. They just get the stereotypical so-called black story. Somebody from the hood struggling from the projects or from Section 8, selling drugs, the girls of CNA. You know the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we're more than that. So this is what we see. So this is what we act out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Do you think like if because there's always been a divide, you know, the religious. Do you think like everybody come together, Fredrick, like whether you're a Muslim, Jehovah, Hebrew Israelite, if you think if everybody come together, bro, could that be solved? Because everything's being divided and separate. If you bring everybody together, could that solve the solution to the problem? If everybody come together with as far as their religion, what they believe,
Yeah.
if they can just sit down at the table and just kind of like we call it like reconcile their differences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you see? Can you see that happening though? Like far as all this different religion and you want to
Yeah.
bring everybody together. Would that ever happen? You think?
Good question. So to answer that, I'll say this: it could be a reality
Mm-hmm.
if the leader guys in these religious bodies and different denominations, because like, listen, because we know we have the big three as far as religions are concerned. There's more than just three, but the big three are the modern day Christian Judeo religions, which are Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just within each, there's sects and denominations. So Islam is not even one all across the board. Christianity's not even one all across the board. And Judaism is not one all across the board. You got those who are Zionists versus those who are traditionalists. Same thing in Islam and in Christianity, you got different groups. So we're not even all on one accord within our respective school of thought. Now, imagine how it would be getting us all on one accord.
Right.
It would be confusion. But let me say this, because this is what I was going to say originally, as that is concerned. Is we could have a chance at it if these leader guys would just tell the truth, man.
Yeah.
Tell the people that the culture is really one. You see what I'm saying? Tell the people that religion and all of the symbols and the allegories is nature given personifications. It's nature personified. Like we know Christianity is based around the sun. Let's just deal with it for what it is. We know that the symbol for Islam is the crescent moon and star, which ain't nothing but Venus and the crescent moon. And we know Judaism has a lot to do with the planet Saturn, which is why Shabbat, or their holy day, is Saturday, which is Saturn's day. It's so much more that I could get into. I don't want to be long-winded. But if they actually told the people the truth, tell them where it comes from, so that they know how similar they are, instead of focusing on the difference. This is their book, this is our book. They do this a certain way, we do this, instead of just telling them the truth about what it is. Right? Christians, their holy day is Sunday. Sunday is day of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
In Islam, the holy day is Friday. Right? So if you trace Friday back, Friday in the Latin language is called Veneers, which is Venus. So Friday is the day of Venus, before it got changed to being named after an Old Norse god, which is the goddess Freya. But it was originally Venus. And Jews is on Saturday, Saturn's day. So now we talk about the stars. Sunday, day of the sun, Venus, Saturn. So if they really sat the people down and told them these truths that they get in the adept chamber or in the lodge, then we would have a chance at unity. But they ain't gonna do that. So
Wow, that's heavy. Are you will you be down the line? Will you be start like maybe teaching some classes for brothers that want to learn more about what you follow? Will you be maybe having some future classes for any men and women that
yeah,
want to, listen to some, study with you?
yeah.
Like that.
Well, I tried to do it here,
Mm-hmm.
and the brothers that was around, they really wasn't with it. And these is conscious brothers.
Wow.
And no man is an island, meaning that you can't do it by yourself.
Agree with you.
Every living thing is bound by cords. You see what I'm saying? Not to sound corny, but I can't do it by myself. But I did put the call out there. I did tell brothers what I intend to do, and they just told me why it hasn't worked in the past, but didn't say what what we gonna do to move it forward. You see what I'm saying? And one thing that I wanted to say about the question that you asked about how can the different, I guess, schools of thought come together, because I don't like to refer to them as religions, even though they are recognized as a lot of them are filed as religious organizations, but they're schools of thought. Is I'm telling you, man, we have the same traditions. We just go about them a different way. Like, for example, one of the things that's practiced in Al Islam when ones make the Hajj, one of the customs that's practiced is they walk around the Kaaba in a counterclockwise fashion 7 times. And we know 7 is divine, seven days in creation. You know what I'm saying? 7 days in the week, 7 days in the year, according to science, based on our teaching. They go around the Kaaba again 7 times. Them going around the Kaaba just represents the circle of life, the orbit of the planets, us orbiting the sun, our moon orbiting us, Saturn's moons orbiting Saturn, etc. So it's just that circle of life. And the culture's one. And I just think that if it's taught that way to the people, we would have a better chance at being joined together at the hip. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
wonderful. Yeah, bro. Let's get back to the album, the EP, brother. Like,
yeah.
what's your favorite cuts on that album? What's your favorite cuts on the new album that you like?
My favorite song on the album is probably this song called "Live and Let Die."
Mm.
I like the beat on there. I used a sample from The Matrix,
Hmm.
so it just explained, I guess, the message that I was trying to convey. And I just like the words that I'm coming with. Like I'm saying that I'm a potentate and a pontificate, and how everything starts with you. You are the law.
Hmm.
You are the sole controller. It starts with you. When you want to petition your government for redress, when you want to go and let your voice be heard in the community, when you get injured in the community and you want redress, it everything starts with you. It's not something outside of yourself. But see, our people are taught to look outside of themselves. Go hire a lawyer. Go and see the pastor. Go and see a doctor. Go and see a psychiatrist, etc.
That's true. Yeah.
They're not taught that they are the question and the answer.
Mm.
And I already said what we're up against. Guys like myself, you, and others in the community,
Yeah.
we're up against this machine that's keeping them dumb, dumbing them down. Don't listen to the Moors. The Moors are liars. And it's just like how much we got to show to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was victorious in a federal court. I showed the documents on my IG and I got no feedback. But I get 100 comments when somebody want to prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
You, I
we
mean,
damage goods, man. It's kind of like you ever get into a car wreck and then your insurance company sends the insurance adjuster out and they're looking to see if it's a total loss or if it's salvageable.
right.
You know where I'm going with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's
we
just
damage
like
goods, man.
it's like you show and prove. You know,
Yeah,
um, when people attack you like that, brother, you from the universe, you telling something right. You speaking some truth. Like if people constantly attack a person, you speaking some
yeah,
truth. You know, um,
yeah.
it's deep though. So the track you just spoke of, you see yourself want to do a video for that track?
I was crazy about that
Hmm.
is I did reach out to a video director
Hmm.
and I didn't finalize it. Like I didn't give him the dates and actually what I want to do
Hmm.
because the love interest for the video,
Right.
I couldn't get her to commit because I had a whole vision and I had a whole idea for the video, but she wants to be a glamour girl and high station. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think my pockets was deep enough
Well,
for
listen, bro.
her.
You let me know, good brother.
You know what I
I'll definitely direct someone, a good brother, another
yeah.
good brother to you,
So
brother. He definitely
yeah.
will. He definitely will get you the video the way you want it to, bro. You just let me
Yeah.
know, bro. I got you.
Yeah, true indeed. And
Yeah. Because
yeah, but that's my
they need to
favorite
hear that
song.
message, bro. They need to hear that message. They need to see that visual along with the
Yeah.
audio. They need to see your message, brother.
Yeah, man, they don't the Moors is corny to them. Like they don't like education. They don't respect education. They tune you out after the first 30 seconds. They gonna listen to the key words you're saying. All right, he ain't talking about gang banging and getting money, and they don't even know what money is because the Federal Reserve knows ain't money, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But they're listening to what you're saying at first, and if it don't resonate with what they're into, they tune you out, man. Like
All the time, bro.
they're on a different vibration, man. Like we all ain't on the same frequency. That's another reason why I don't think that we'll ever be one unit together, all going the same. Like, you know what I mean? They think the Moors is crazy. Like I told a brother one day that the Constitution of the United States of America is the supreme law of the land. He looked at me like I'm talking about going to Mars tomorrow. Like it's just not reality to them, these things.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? They champion jail, they champion for them sometimes disrespecting women. Uh, um, the system is doesn't work for us, and just all of the things that is not all wise, right, and exact, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Hey man, we got brother Trent Shady up on here, man. Shout out to Trent, man. Shout out to that brother.
yeah,
Man, thanks
yeah,
for tuning
indeed,
in, good brother. We gotta get an IG interview with him soon. But
yeah,
hey, yeah, bro. But Fred, I'm telling you, bro. Like what you doing, bro? You standing on your 2 feet, bro. You standing strong, and it's like you speaking
yeah,
what's in the heart, though, bro. At the end of the day,
indeed,
you know, because a lot of folks
yeah,
don't want to. A lot of people just don't want to. They don't want to do research, bro. They don't want to study, like you said earlier. They don't
yeah,
want to. They want to judge you, and they don't want to sit down and really like pay attention and study and figure out like what's falsehood and what's truth. You know what I
facts,
mean?
man. Like I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with us too.
Right.
And this is not me trying to come off as some grand sheiky leader guy who's better than you, because I'm not that way. Like I look at the condition of my community as my responsibility. So in no way am I looking down or coming off as being condescending, but we we messed up, man. Like we don't know the difference for the most part between opinions and facts. You could be speaking something that's fact that can be proven. You can go to the books of law on whatever discipline it is that you're talking about. And we could be talking about the laws of language. So we're gonna go to the books to see what it say. Our people will argue you down on why this word don't mean that and why that don't matter to them. That's how messed up we are. And like you could tell somebody something that's fact based in law, and they'll come and argue their convictions based on emotions and not using the rule book on the particular subject. Like they'll argue that with you, coming from a standpoint of ones whose feelings is hurt, instead of coming at it using scholarship. And we damage goods, man. Like the black thing. Like we'll take the black thing, right? So this is a good example. So I don't know how many times, Almighty, the Moors have said why they reject the black tag, right? And our people will still ask you, how come the Moors say they ain't black? Or they'll still say the Moors is against their own people. And not to go all off into that, but I just wanted to use that as an example, just to show what's wrong with us, man. You be talking to our people until you blow in the face, and they still ask the same questions. They still gonna think the same thing. So it's like, why are you asking if it ain't clarity that you see?
Right.
Like we messed up, beloved. See what I'm saying?
Right. You stated earlier that you don't see so there's no solution that we can kind of resurrect our way of thinking, bro. There's no solution to the way we think, bro. Like far as
Yeah.
what you think gotta happen. Like we gotta, not saying how can I put this. You gotta eliminate those who don't wanna live on uh maybe like you say like on a higher frequency. Like far as like okay, let's change the way we think. What's kind of like for food for thought. What's what's kind of eat more healthier, what's study more, what's kind of think of the
Hmm.
economic base because we still not solving the problems. We'll keep spending every holiday. We outspend on everybody. We are the biggest consumers when it comes to that, bro.
Yeah. Well, I did.
So
Well, I did give a solution. What I said was that it's going to take the leader guys because that's who these people are listening to. Like you get these sisters, some of them, if they pastor ain't say it, they ain't hearing you.
right,
Some of them, if Farrakhan ain't say it, those that belong to the NOI, they ain't hearing you. And the same thing goes for the More Science Temple. If their particular Grand Sheik of their temple and their grand body, if he ain't say it, they ain't hearing you. So the leader guys gotta step up and start telling the truth, man, because all these things that I'm saying, they're aware of. Like when I told you that the culture was one and that it's all based on the cosmos, they're aware of that, but it's not in their economic interest to tell those truths because they ain't looking for the people to have a better condition. They're looking for followers and for that collection plate to be full. That's why I don't go to temple meetings no more. I'm tired of playing the leader guy game, put fiat in my collection plate. No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that because I know that all they want to do is play religion and play follow the leader, and they don't really want to raise the people. Because if they really wanted to, it would have been done a long time ago.
true.
And we can't keep blaming the so-called white man because everything is not him, man. Everything is not him, man. So, some of these wounds are self-inflicted, and it's going to start with we got to start telling the truth, man. When it comes to history, religion, politics, um, just law, we got to start being honest, man. We ain't honest, beloved,
Yeah,
and everybody's trying to outdo everybody.
as you see it,
And I just
you
don't
see it
see
every
it.
day.
I mean, yeah,
That that's heavy because, like you said earlier, like it's never gonna be the problem is never gonna be resolved unless we keep being divided. At the end of the
yeah,
day, I mean, I could sit down
yeah,
with you, bro. I could sit down with a brother who's a Muslim. I could sit down with a brother who Christian, Jehovah, Catholic.
yeah.
At the
Thanks.
end of the day, we just need we need to solve the problems, man. And that's the problem.
Yeah,
Like we want to be all divided. Everybody wants
yeah,
that. Everybody wants that. To be recognized. Everybody wants the attention instead of it's more on a currency than more to being more knowledgeable. You understand what I'm saying? More
yeah.
people thinking of currency instead of the knowledge. And you, like I said
I'm
before,
glad you.
man, if it just
I'm
if
glad that you said that. When you said that you could sit down with a Muslim, you could sit down with a Christian. I'm glad that you brought that up because that brings me back to this.
yes, sir.
The confusion is really only with the multitudes, meaning the rank and file members who belong to these various uh, schools of thought or religions. The adepts,
Right.
meaning those who are the experts and who are aware of certain things, they don't argue amongst each other because they know that the culture is one. You'll never see a rabbi and a grand sheik and an imam or a pastor or a a potentate or some other type of individual who's a leader guy in one of the various schools of thought at odds with each other because they all know they have the same lessons. So usually the strife is between the rank and file people who aren't being told the whole divine truth.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because I could sit down and hold parliament with a rabbi, and we know that we have the same teachings, and we know that black and white aren't names that belong to the human family or to the families of nations. It's the ignorant that you got to fuss and argue these things with. But certain men could sit down together, and there's no confusion because we know we got the same teachings. So
Absolutely, man. That's positive right there because you better see that more the people because it's always a lot of ego, a lot of arrogance and ego
Yeah.
amongst people like that. Hey, bro, what's Frederick? What's your therapy, brother? When you just have a time to just unwind, brother. What's your therapy during the days?
Yeah. So hold on, let me pull this thing. Okay, there it is.
Sure, take your time, bro.
So when I want to unwind, um, I have these constitutional law cards. So I'll just go through the
Okay,
cards.
it's
You know what I'm
interesting.
saying? I'll flip a couple. You know, I'll read the question on the front, see if I can answer it, flip it over on the back. Um, I might jog, you know, go out and do cardio, which I do cardio anyway. But when I know that I'm stressed and I really want to relax, I'll go extra hard on a workout. And that'll kind of bring me down a couple of notches. And I know some of the holier than thou mores, when I say this, they're gonna be, you know, telling everybody in the community, oh, he's talking about smoking weed on the internet, because they be hating on me. You know, they be saying, oh, he's posting the liquor he be drinking, because I heard that they were saying that about me, hating on me. But
Really? Wow.
yeah, they be hating, man. They haters in the Morris community too. But really, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of those who claim to be card carrying members of a lawfully chartered temple, a lot of them are Moorish in name only, but they aren't really demonstrating the things that Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought as far as taking their place in the everyday affairs in their community. They just wear the garments, but they ain't really the message. And they love to do this.
Wow.
So they be telling on me. But what I was gonna say was I like to smoke too. You know what I mean? So smoke, relax my
Bro,
nerves.
that's not a bro. That's not a crime, brother.
Right, right.
you
You
know.
see, you see what I'm saying? So yeah,
I have a
man.
question. I have a question I want to ask you, bro. Before I let you go, brother. What
Yeah.
would you think? What would you think the Prophet Noble Drew Ali would be thinking today? What would you think he would say right now if he see the conditions of the world right now? What would he say right now, brother? What would you think he would say?
Wow. He probably will blame the leadership in the Moore Science Temple for not getting out on the highways and the hedges like they're supposed to and spread this message to the far winds, like he said. So he probably will blame not the dumb, deaf, and blind
Mm-hmm.
who don't know their origins in the world, easily led in the wrong direction, hard to be led in the right, poison animal eaters. So he wouldn't blame them. He would blame those who know, who aren't spreading this message like they should. Like I think on the Divine Ministers papers in the Moore Science Temple, it says the highways and the hedges on it. So you're supposed to be out there. But when I go out there, you want to know how many swinging tassels and turbans I see?
I, you probably see zero,
Zero.
but have it behind
Zero.
closed doors.
Yeah. So it's just so Prophet Noble Drew Ali would definitely blame us.
Wow.
Um like when you look at just look at, we want it both ways. Like we'll take the King Von situation, right? The young brother who's a drill rapper from Chicago who got killed in Atlanta, right?
Right.
Now everybody's in mourning right now. They're all sobbing, and rightfully so, because I'm sensitive to the loss of life. Like I didn't want to see what happened to the youngster or any youngster happen. We don't want to see that.
No, we don't.
But what I mean when I say that we want it both ways is our people, for the most part, will promote the stuff that he was rapping about and doing, because he did a lot of things to people. He said a lot of hurtful things about people who had lost their life, and he knew that their families was hearing that.
Yeah.
So we'll champion that kind of stuff, and then on the flip side, you know, we crying the blues when what he put out came back to him. So we want it both ways. So you can't promote that, but then say Black Lives Matter. How you promoting a menace to the so-called black community, but then you in the hood at the fucking rally saying Black Lives Matter? It can't to you. If these are the kind of things that you're pushing and promoting, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
That's heavy, brother. That's heavy. So do you think we should stop the marching? The people that's marching? Do you think that's like
No, I don't think that the marching should stop because I'm not against rallies. I'm not against marches. I've been to a few in my day. I'm not for destroying property. I'm all wise and civilized. The
yes, sir.
building that you, the building ain't do nothing to me.
Right.
So I'm not for destruction of property. That's not how I live my life. And excuse me, I am for the marching and for protesting at times, but I'm not for the destruction of property. And so I think that they should continue to do that. But I think the people who are involved in that should stop trying to have it both ways. You can't be the neighborhood killer and the neighborhood tough guy preying on your own people, but then you got the Black Lives Matter around it. That it don't add up.
That don't add up. That's just that
Yeah.
don't add
And
up,
when they
bro.
did it here, when they had the rally here, when they was down the outlets tearing stuff up,
Yeah.
most of the brothers that I seen in passing, who I know in the community, most of them are menaces to the community. All right, gun toting. Some of them have shot people. So you can't do that and then say Black Lives Matter. I don't believe you.
I agree with you.
So
That's heavy, heavy, bro. Bro,
yeah,
hey
you know what I
man.
mean.
Yeah, man. Hey man, put your social media out there too, good brother, so everybody can follow
Yeah,
you, Fredrick. Let everybody know your album, where they can download all that good stuff, brother, because
yeah.
I want them to support you.
All right, true indeed. Thank you, brother. So and thank you for even having me on this piece. You
Man,
know,
no
because
problem, brother.
I get to run my mouth for 15. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying? So
sir. Yes, sir. And y'all guys, everybody that's
yeah,
on, everybody that you look at the number, right? This is a number
yeah.
game. But everybody
Got
that's watching behind the scenes, y'all make sure y'all DM my brother right here. Get him for an interview.
yeah,
You understand what
thanks.
I'm saying? Support this brother
Yeah,
right here. This brother right here is sincere. He's a real one. Support this good brother right here, man.
yeah.
Definitely. So
Appreciate
how
it.
they can
Appreciate it.
oh absolutely. So how they can follow you, good brother?
Yeah, true facts. So my IG is Moorish, right? MOORISH underscore ADEPT ADEPT. My Facebook is of course my appellation, Frederick Jones L. All right. L as in EL. Right. You already know how to spell Jones. You already know how to get Frederick on there. And my latest release on iTunes, it's called Jewel of the West Nile. It's an EP, 7 songs deep. I put it out September the 4th of this year, and we just trying to move the culture forward. And it's not about Federal Reserve notes with us. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Meaning that we ain't living in a fantasy that it don't matter. Of course, you need that to survive. But when I say that it ain't about that with us, is we gonna keep doing us, whether the bag is involved or not, because this is a life that we live. It's a way of life. So what we do is not motivated by the finance, because anybody doing things solely based on what we call money, they're prostituting themselves. So we ain't doing that. But so we here, rain, sleet, hail, snow, whatever the case may be, until the sun burn out. So yeah.
Hey, brother, I'm humble and I appreciate your
So
time, good brother. Thank you for the opportunity coming on,
yeah,
let me interview you, good brother. And I just
yeah.
want y'all guys to make sure y'all download Jewel of the Nile, man. This is a positive
Jewel of the West Nile.
Jewel of the West Nile. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Jewel of the West
It's all good.
Nile. Let me get that right. Jewel of the West Nile. That EP. Y'all guys
Yeah.
make sure y'all download that. Great information, great beats, positive lyrics, and the brother just natural. He's organic, and he's giving you a good positive vibe and good positive message, man. So y'all guys make sure y'all support this good brother right here. Hey, bro, man, I
Yeah.
thank you so much for the opportunity tonight, brother.
Indeed.
Make sure you stay peace,
I,
bro.
I wanted to say something before you got off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I wanted to tell you too. Thank you for introducing me to Persian Sound. That was major.
Absolutely. Shout
And
out Persian Sound. Shout out
and I
King.
remember some years back you gave me an opportunity to write something for the magazine, Social Therapy. So that was peace.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
So we
yeah,
got some
absolutely,
history. You know
bro.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey man, I appreciate you. I'm humbled by that, brother.
Yeah,
And
indeed.
hey, bro, listen, bro. You got your support here with social therapy. The support is here. I support you, brother. And I see what you're doing. 'Cause you trying to spread out wisdom and truth, man. And you give
Yeah,
good vibration. You giving good frequency around you, bro. We
yeah,
gotta we
indeed.
gotta keep the positive circle around us, brother. Cause we know how it is. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta keep the positive energy around us instead of the negative energy, brother. So again, man, brother, I'm
Hey
humbled.
man,
I'm
listen, that
humbled, man.
negative energy is that's the majority out here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's winning. You know what I'm saying?
That's straight up. Shout out to Wayne's World 86, man. What you
Yeah,
saying is true though. That is true. Yeah, we get that's true, brother. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for tuning in
yeah,
with us too, brother. Hey, Fredrick, bro. Peace,
yeah.
man. And I'll definitely be building with you, brother.
All right, true facts.
This is Social Therapy Mag. And till
Yeah.
next time, y'all guys take care.
All
Peace to you,
right.
brother.